Hello everyone, I welcome you all to this lesson. Today I am going to discuss MCQs of ICSE English Literature paper as to how and what type of questions you will get. What is the format of your question paper? The board has already put forward or uploaded sample papers or specimen paper. I think you all might have got it by now. Your schools must have given it to you. So here I begin. And before that, let me ask you, have you subscribed to my channel? If you have not subscribed up till now, then please do. And watch the video till end. And press the like button if you have viewed it. So children, let us start the MCQs of literature paper, which carries 40 marks. So each questions have 4 options. You need to study very well, nothing else, and then you are sure to get your 40 marks out of 40. Even if you cannot practice MCQs, just a quiz will help you. Every line should be given importance. The name of the author, the name of the poets, and the poem are also very important. They may quote a line with the blank in the middle and give you options to choose the correct options. So, if you have learned the poem, then you can easily fulfill the correct options. So my suggestion is that you read the story, the poem and Merchant of Venice very well. Understand each line with its meaning. You have reduced syllabus, only Act 3, 4 and 5. So I don't think there is any problem. So children, now let us start with the MCQs of Merchant of Venice, Act 3. So my first question is from the first extract. Read the following extract from Act 3 of the Merchant of Venice and answer the questions that follow by choosing the most appropriate response from the choices given below. This is for English Literature, Semester 1. Portia. Away. Then, I am locked in one of them. If you do love me, you will find me out. Nerissa and the rest stand all aloof. Question number 1. Portia says, I am locked in one of them. The word one refers to, options are, number 1, a silver casket. Number 2, a golden casket. Number 3, a bronze casket. Number 4, a lead casket. So the correct answer is a lead casket. Question number 2. A little later, Portia compares Nerissa and the rest to number 1, Alcides and the sea monster. Number 2, Alcides and the Dardanian wives. Number 3, Alcides and Hesione. Number 4, the Dardanian wives with tear-stained faces. So the correct answer is the Dardanian wives with tear-stained faces. My third question is, which of the following statement is not true? Number 1, at the beginning of the scene, Portia urges Bassanio to wait a while before taking the casket test. Number 2, at the beginning of the scene, Bassanio is eager to take the test as he finds the waiting a form of torture. Number 3, at the beginning of the scene, Bassanio wants to wait and take the test later as he wants to spend some time with Portia. Number 4, at the beginning of the scene, Portia is afraid that Bassanio might choose the wrong casket and be lost to her forever. So the correct answer is, at the beginning of the scene, Bassanio wants to wait and take the test later as he wants to spend some time with Portia. So my next extract number 2. Answer the following questions. Number 1. Tubal returns from Genoa with bad news. With news both good and bad for Shylock. Which of the following did he not say to Shylock? Number 1. That he met Jessica, Shylock's daughter, in Genoa. Number 2. That in Genoa he had heard news of Antonio's misfortune. Number 3. That Jessica had spent 80 ducats in one night in Genoa. Number 4. That he had been shown Shylock's ring that Jessica had traded in Genoa for a monkey. So the correct answer is that he had met Jessica, Shylock's daughter, in Genoa. Question number 2. Soon after, Portia and Bassanio declare their love for each other. Another pair also declare their love for each other and ask to be married at the same time as Portia and Bassanio. They are number 1, Graciano and Nerissa. Number 2, Graciano and Jessica. Number 3, Lorenzo and Nerissa. Number 4, Lorenzo and Jessica. So the correct answer is Graciano and Nerissa. Question number 3. Bassanio rejected the golden casket because number 1, he knew that Midas had found gold hard to digest. Number 2, he knew that outward appearances are often deceptive. Number 3, he found gold too shiny for his taste. Number 4, he had been told which casket contained Portia's portrait. So the correct answer is, he knew that outward appearances are often deceptive. Question number 4. When Portia left for Venice, she put in charge of her house dash. Number 1, Lorenzo. Number 2, Jessica. Number 3, Graciano. Number 4, Lancelot. So the correct answer is Lorenzo. Question number 5. Salarino. Why, I am sure, if he forfeit thou wilt not take his flesh, what's that good for? Shylock. To bait a fish withal, if it will feed nothing, else it will feed my revenge. Where does the above exchange between Salarino and Shylock takes place? Number 1, on a street in Venice. Number 2, on the Rialto. Number 3, on a street outside Shylock's house. Number 4, on a street in Belmont. So the correct answer is on a street in Venice. Question number 6. What is Antonio required to forfeit if he fails to repay the amount he borrowed from Shylock within the time specified in the bond? Number 1, a pound of his flesh. Number 2, 3 times the sum he had borrowed. Number 3, his friendship with Bassanio. Number 4, all his wealth and property. So the correct answer is a pound of his flesh. Question number 7. A little later in his speech, Shylock compares Christians with Jews. Which of the following comparison does he not make? Number 1, both Jews and Christians bleed when cut. Both Jews and Christians die when poisoned. Both Jews and Christians treat each other with humility. Number 4, both Jews and Christians seek revenge when wronged. So the correct answer is both Jews and Christians treat each other with humility. Question number 8. What recent event in his personal life does Shylock lament earlier in this conversation? A. His wife's death. B. His daughter's death. C. The loss of an expensive diamond. D. His daughter eloping with a Christian. So the correct answer is his daughter eloping with a Christian. Question number 9. Which of the following words would you use to describe Shylock's state of mind after this impassioned speech? Hurt, angry, vindictive, resourceful. A. 1, 2 and 3. B. 1, 3 and 4. C. 3, 4 and 5. D. 4, 1 and 2. So the correct answer is 1, 2 and 3. That is hurt, angry and vindictive. Yes, children. So now I move towards question number 10. Who are the rest aloof? A. Nerissa, Graciano and others. B. Portia, Jessica and others. C. Antonio, Pescenio and others. D. Shylock, Salarino and others. So the correct answer is Nerissa, Graciano and others. Question number 11. Why was Portia unable to express her love for Bassanio? Options are A. She was bound by an oath. B. She was afraid of her father. C. She was stopped by Nerissa. D. She was held back by maidenly modesty. So the correct answer is she was held back by maidenly modesty. Question number 12. What made Portia speak a lot at the time of the test? The options are A. She wanted to express her feelings to Bassanio. B. She wanted to delay the choosing of the casket. C. She was waiting for someone to arrive. D. She was testing Bassanio's patience. So the correct answer is she wanted to delay the choosing of the casket. Question number 13. Why does Bassanio say, "Bescrew your eyes"? And the options are A. Portia's eyes have enchanted him. B. Portia is keeping a close look on him. C. Portia is trying to gesture to the right casket with her eyes. D. Portia's eyes are covered with a veil. So the correct answer is Portia's eyes have enchanted him. Question number 14. Who else accompanied Portia on her mission? And the options are A. Graciano. B. Nerissa. C. Bassanio. D. Dr. Valerio. So the correct answer is Nerissa. Question number 15. What Elizabethan superstition is expressed in the play? The options are A. Men win over women through caskets. B. Jews are better than Christian. C. Swans sings a sad song before death. D. Sea monster can be killed using a harpoon. And the correct option is swans sings a sad song before death. Question number 16. What did Bassanio mean when he said that the world is deceived by ornaments? And the options are people were found of wearing jewels, B. Everyone respected those who wore ornaments, C. Portia looked beautiful in her ornaments, D. Suitors were bound to choose the more expensive caskets. And the correct option is suitors were bound to choose the more expensive caskets. Question number 17. What did Portia plan to do to avoid suspicion? And the options are keep mum for the rest of the journey, B. Travel fast and incognito, C. Tell fanciful stories about herself, D. Act sick and weak. And the correct option is tell fanciful stories about herself. Now I move towards question number 18. What do cowards do despite having a weak heart? And the options are A. They carry weapons, B. They imitate Hercules in looks, C. They try to win over maidens, D. They boast about themselves. And the correct option is they imitate Hercules in looks. Question number 19. What does Bassanio think about beautiful women? And the options are A. They are very arrogant, B. They wear false wigs, C. They have evil hearts, D. They are very crafty. And the correct option is they wear false wigs. Question number 20. Who is referred to as a true gentleman? And the options are A. Antonio, B. Bassanio, C. Shylock, D. Gratiano. And the correct option is A. Antonio. Question number 21. Whom does Portia gives the management of her house? A. Bassanio, B. Antonio, C. Lorenzo, D. Solanio. And the correct option is Lorenzo. Question number 22. Why did Portia leave her house? And the options are A. To save Bassanio, B. To save Antonio, C. To help Shylock, D. To help Jessica. And the correct option is to save Antonio. Question number 23. Why would not Bassanio recognize Portia even if he saw? And the option is she was wearing a veil, B. She was dressed as a man, C. She was going to hide herself, D. She had painted her face. And the correct option is she was dressed as a man. Question number 24. Whom did Portia consult before she left for Venice? And the options are A. Dr. Valerio, B. Balthazar, C. Lorenzo, D. Bassanio. And the correct option is Dr. Valerio. Question number 25. What oath has Portia taken? A. That she will help Bassanio repay Antonio's debt. B. That she will marry the man who chooses the right casket. C. That she will never leave Bassanio's side. D. That she will be a loyal wife. And the correct option is that she will marry the man who chooses the right casket. Question number 26. Why did Portia want to detain Bassanio for some time before he made his choice? And the options are A. So that he would choose the right casket. B. So that she would spend more time with him. C. Because she was afraid that Shylock would kill him. D. Because she wanted to celebrate his victory. And the correct option is so that he could choose the right casket. Question number 27. What did Portia tell everyone before leaving her house? A. She was going to meditate until her husband returned. B. She was going to Padua. C. She was going to Venice. D. She was going to meet a lawyer. And the correct option is she was going to meditate until her husband returned. Question number 28. Who are the other two suitors of Portia beside Bassanio? And the options are A. Prince of Morocco and Prince of Aragon. B. Prince of Algeria and Prince of Russia. C. Prince of Kenya and Prince of Ethiopia. D. Prince of India and Prince of Africa. And the correct option is Prince of Morocco and Prince of Aragon. Question number 29. Who helped Bassanio in his need? And the options are A. Antonio. B. Shylock. C. Salarino. D. Solanio. And the correct option is Antonio. Question number 30. Who is the bloody creator in the play? And the options are A. Shylock. B. Antonio. C. Bassanio. D. Portia. And the correct option is Shylock. Question number 31. What is Antonio's final wish before he dies? And the options are A. To repay his debt. B. To take revenge from Shylock. C. To see Bassanio. D. To get Bassanio married. And the correct option is to see Bassanio. Question number 32. What is the meaning of the phrase lent out money gratis? And the options are A. Lend money without interest. B. Lend money with interest. C. Lend money by signing a bond. D. Lend money with a deadline. And the correct option is lend money without interest. Question number 33. What does Shylock suggest the jailer to do to Antonio? And the options are show him mercy. B. Plead on his behalf. C. Guard him closely. D. Whip him every day. And the correct option is guard him closely. Question number 34. Where was Bassanio when Antonio was facing the trial? And the options are in Belmont. B. In Venice. C. In jail. D. With Antonio. And the correct option is in Belmont. Question number 35. Whom does Salarino compare Jessica to? A. Ivory. B. Coal. C. jet plane, D. blood. And the correct option is coal. Question number 36. Who is the prodigal? The options are A. Jessica, B. Antonio, C. Shylock, D. Salarino. And the correct option is Antonio. Question number 37. Why was Salarino interested in Antonio's losses? And the options are A. Antonio was under Shylock's debt, B. Antonio was under Salarino's debt, C. Salarino wanted to pay Antonio's debt, D. Salarino wanted Antonio's debt to be forgiven. And the correct option is Antonio was under Shylock's debt. Question number 38. In what mood has Shylock used the words Christian courtesy? And the options are as an appreciation, B. mockingly, C. admiringly, D. as a threat. And the correct option is mockingly. Question number 39. Shylock repeats the words, let him look at his bond twice. What does it show? And the options are he is anxious to meet Antonio, B. he wishes the bond to be fulfilled, C. he wants Antonio to break the bond, D. he is in a hurry to get his money back. And the correct option is he wants Antonio to break the bond. Question number 40. Why was Shylock angry at Antonio? And the options are A. Antonio has not repaid Shylock's debt, B. Antonio was going to marry Shylock's daughter Jessica, C. Antonio had cheated Shylock earlier, D. Antonio insulted Shylock as he was a Jew. And the correct option is Antonio insulted Shylock as he was a Jew. Question number 41. Why did Shylock think that his revenge was justified? And the options are A. he thought that what was given was received, B. he said that his religion propagated revenge, C. he believed that Antonio deserved it, D. he stated that it was mainly to take revenge. And the correct option is he thought that what was given was received. Question number 42. Why was Antonio hostile towards Shylock? And the options are Shylock was Antonio's family foe, B. Shylock and Antonio were childhood enemies, C. Shylock was a Jew and Antonio was a Christian, D. Antonio was a Jew and Shylock was a Christian. And the correct option is Shylock was a Jew and Antonio was a Christian. Question number 43. What did Shylock want to do to Antonio? And the options are A. poison him, B. cut out his flesh, C. honor him, D. disgrace him. And the correct option is cut out his flesh. Question number 44. What does Shylock mean when he says, hath not a Jew's eyes? And the options are A. that revenge is sweeter than victory, B. that both Christian and Jew should seek revenge, C. that Sherlock was a bad Christian. D. That all human beings experience similar feelings and sufferings. Question number 45. What is the forfeiture that Solanio is talking about when he says, I'm sure the Duke will never grant this forfeiture to hold? And the options are Antonio's bond with Sherlock, B. Bassanio's marriage to Portia, C. Jessica's claim on Sherlock's wealth, D. Antonio's loss of wealth. And the correct option is Antonio's bond with Sherlock. Question number 46. What is the meaning of bootless? When Antonio says, I will follow him no more with bootless prayers. And the options are A. Without shoes, B. Rootless, C. Useful, D. Useless. And the correct option is D. Useless. Question number 47. Why, according to Antonio, does Sherlock seek his life? And the options are A. Antonio had not repaid any of his debts. B. Antonio had saved many people from Sherlock's debt. C. Antonio had helped Jessica's elope. D. Antonio had tried to kill Sherlock. And the correct answer is Antonio had saved many people from Sherlock's debt. Question number 48. Why was the Duke not in a position to deny Sherlock his bond? And the options are he was less powerful than Sherlock. B. It would reflect badly upon the justice system of the state. C. Venice would be destroyed if he did so. D. All people in Venice were in favor of the bond. And the correct answer is it would reflect badly upon the justice system of the state. My next question is question number 49. What is Antonio's wish? Options are A. That Sherlock would forgive him. B. That Bassanio would pay on his behalf. D. That Duke would deny Sherlock's claim. D. That the justice system would change. And the correct option is that Bassanio would pay on his behalf. Question number 50. What is inside the right casket? And the options are A. Portia's marriage agreement. B. Portia's father's will. C. Portia's photograph. D. Portia's will. And the correct option is Portia's photograph. Question number 51. Whom does Portia compares Bassanio to? And the options are A. Geus, B. Achilles, C. Hercules, D. Minotaur. And the correct option is Hercules. Question number 52. Why is Portia comparing her maids to Dardanian wives? And the options are A. Because she is going to be rescued from her oath. B. Because she is going to be Bassanio's wife. C. Because she is as loyal as them. D. Because she is more beautiful than them. And the correct option is because she is going to be rescued from her oath. Question number 53. What is the meaning of bleared visages? And the options are A. Damaged arms, B. Tearful faces, C. Broken weapons, D. Blurry dreams. And the correct option is tearful faces. Question number 54. Who is Nerissa? And the options are A. A Greek nymph, B. Portia's friend, C. Bassanio's maid, D. Portia's helper. And the correct option is Portia's helper. Question number 55. What rumor do Salarino and Salanio discuss and then seek to have confirmed by Shylock? A. Jessica running away, B. Antonio's lost ships, C. Bassanio's courtship of Portia, D. Jessica stealing a ring. And the correct option is Antonio's lost ships. Question number 56. Tubal reports Jessica has stolen a ring of Shylock. What does she trade the ring for? And the options are A. Monkey, B. Fine clothes, C. Portia's ring, D. 1,000 of ducats. And the correct option is a monkey. Question number 57. What cheers up Shylock after hearing of his daughter's theft? And the options are A. Bassanio's financial ruin, B. News of Jessica's marriage, C. Tubal tells a joke, D. Antonio's financial ruin. And the options are, and the correct option is Antonio's financial ruin. Question number 58. What piece of bad news interrupts the celebrations at Belmont? And the options are A. The outbreak of war, B. Shylock's arrival, C. Gratiano and Nerissa's engagement, D. Antonio's bankruptcy. And the correct option is Antonio's bankruptcy. Question number 59. What animal does Shylock remember Antonio comparing him to? A. A hind, B. A wolf, C. A dog, D. A sheep. And the correct option is a dog. Question number 60. Lorenzo and Portia discuss helping Antonio. Why does Portia agree to help? A. She hates Shylock. B. Antonio is kind. C. Antonio is Bassanio's friend. D. For the challenge. And the correct option is Antonio is Bassanio's friend. Question number 61. Whom does Portia send to Padua to secure clothing and documents for herself and Nerissa? And the options are A. Portia's cousin, Dr. Bolero, B. Portia's servant, Balthazar, C. Portia's servant, Nerissa, D. Lorenzo. Question number 62. In Act 3, Scene 5, what does Lorenzo chastise Lancelot for? And the options are A. Impregnating a Moorish servant, B. Joking about a bacon prices, C. Judging Shylock, D. Flirting with Jessica. And the correct option is impregnating a Moorish servant. Question number 63. Whom does Lorenzo favorably compare himself to when speaking to Jessica? And the options are A. Portia, B. Lancelot, C. Antonio, D. Shylock. And the correct option is A. Portia. Question number 64. Why does Portia ask Bassanio to wait before taking the casket test? A. Wants to spend time. B. So that she can teach to choose the right casket. D. C. It's a condition put forward to all suitors. D. Wanted to play music. And the correct option is that so that she can teach to choose the right casket. Question number 65. What kind of music should be played if Bassanio chooses the wrong casket? And the options are A. Swan-like and B. Subjects bowing before a newly crowned monarch. C. Dulcet sound during the break of the day. D. Soothing note. Question number 60 and the correct option is swan-like and. Question number 66. What does Portia compare Bassanio to while going to take the casket test? And the options are King of Troy, B. Apollo, C. Poseidon, D. Alcides. And the correct option is Alcides. Question number 67. What are false hearts compared to? A. Stairs of sand, B. Cowards, C. Hercules, D. Alcides. And the correct option is A. Stairs of sand. Question number 68. What does the comparison snaky golden locks imply? Comparison to A. Athena, B. Medusa, C. Hesione, D. Medea. And the correct option is Medusa. Question number 69. What is Portia's hair in the portrait compared to? And the options are A. Cobwebs, B. Blonde hair, C. Medusa, D. Indian beauty. And the correct option is A. Cobweb. Question number 70. What does Bassanio feel like after winning Portia? And the options are A. Like a Jason, B. Like Hercules, C. Like a contender who has won the prize, D. Like Alcides. And the correct option is like a contender who has won a prize. Question number 71. How many times richer did Portia wish to become for Bassanio? And the options are A. Triple 20 times, B. 1,000 times, C. 10,000 times, D. 10 times. And the correct option is 10,000 times. Question number 72. How confused does Bassanio feel when Portia gives him a ring? And the options are A. Crowds cheering for their beloved prince after oration, B. On top of the world, C. To take the ring or not, D. Confusion in his mind. And the correct option is crowds cheering for their beloved prince after oration. Question number 73. Who is the Venetian friend referred to in Act 3, Scene 2? A. Lorenzo, B. Jessica, C. Graciano, D. Celerio. And the correct option is D. Celerio. Question number 74. What happens to Bassanio on reading the letter? And the options are A. Color of his cheeks fade, B. faints, C. Confused, D. Disappointed. And the correct option is color of his cheeks, fade. Question number 75. What does Bassanio compare the letter to? And the options are A. Bond, B. Body of his friend Antonio, C. A piece of paper, D. A message. And the correct option is B. Body of his friend Antonio. Question number 76. Who all have persuaded Shylock to deface the bond? And the options are A. Antonio, Bassanio and Portia, B. Duke, nobleman and Antonio, C. Duke, Bassanio and 10 merchants, D. Duke, 20 merchants and noblemen. And the correct option is Duke, 20 merchants and noblemen. Question number 77. What does Portia ask Bassanio to do before he goes to Venice to save Antonio? And the options are A. Go with her to church and get married, B. Go with her to church and pray, C. Meet the lawyer, D. Take advice from her cousin. And the correct option is go with her to church and get married. Question number 78. Along with money, what does Portia offer Bassanio to save Antonio? And the options are a precious ring, B. A bag of jewels, C. Gold, D. Silver. And the correct option is gold. Question number 79. Who is Slay? And the options are Shylock's wife, B. Lorenzo's mother, C. Jessica's handmaiden, D. Old Gobbo's wife. And the correct option is Shylock's wife. Question number 80. And this is your last question. Who brings Shylock news from Geneva about Jessica? And the options are A. Lancelot, B. Abraman, C. Tubal, D. Celerio. And the correct option is Tubal. So, dear children, with these 80 questions, I end this lesson. Hope this MCQs on MOV will serve a very good lesson and a practice for you when you have thoroughly read Act 3 of Merchant of Venice. Hope this lesson will be beneficial for you in your studies. All the best and come out with flying colors. Thank you.